Fourever You has concluded. For you though, for me, and not in this household, I will be rewatching every Joe and North clip like I'm getting paid to do it. But it has concluded. Episode 17 has aired, and I had a lot of favorite scenes. Spoiler alert, they're most likely just going to be about Johan and North. I'm so sorry, but they were what brought me into the show, and they're what kept me there. Too sorry to say that, but it is what it is. But yes, there was a lot of favorite scenes that I loved and enjoyed about Fourever You, the final episode for this season. I will get back to that. Hi, I am Monique. I am the host of Off by Purple Heart podcast, where I talk to you about K-dramas, C-dramas, BTS, and so much more. And that so much more absolutely includes BLs. And I keep talking about them so much on this podcast that it should be part of the tagline. I have finished all the episodes of Fourever You. I'm going to talk about my favorite scene to start, and they knew damn well that they needed to start with Johan and North because I wasn't going to accept any other kind of nonsense. And I love... Okay, let me say this. I'm not a biggest fan of when characters are made drunk and then they get, the frisque. But I absolutely enjoy Johan and North so much. And I enjoyed the scene that we got of them when North climbed into Johan's lap as to claim him because, I don't know, some woman waltzed up into the bar when they were celebrating having, been in a relationship. Like Johan and his friends and, North's friends are all kind of like poking fun at them that they're together, but they're also very happy for them because it's been so obvious for so long that, Johan has been seriously into North, and of course North fell hook, line, and sinker. So they're having like, some celebratory drinks. Some woman walks in and she's like, oh my God, oh Johan, don't you want to flirt with me? Oh my God, I missed you. And I love the character Johan so much. I don't care how much of a red flag he is. I just love the side eye he gave her and the way he was just like, ugh, get your hands off me, you floozy. And I don't like seeing women being done wrong in BLs. There's a lot of casual misogyny in a lot of these shows, but I laughed. I am so sorry to admit it. I did laugh at that part. And seeing North climb into his lap and he's like, you're mine. And oh my God, you're like so hot. And you could just see Johan like nodding. And he's like, yep, I'm the man. For sure. What would have made the scene better is if North had made his claim by kissing him to really seal the point. Like, this is my man. Step aside, But I loved it. And just seeing Johan kind of like do like the whole lifting him up and having to carry him out, it's just so funny to me. I just physically think they look great together. I just adore the pairing. Of course, everything that happened after the bar scene was my favorite as well. Anytime that they get the kissy, I'm fully like squeeing like a schoolgirl because again, these actors have such amazing chemistry. Bas and Max are just cinematic gold together. I am so happy to hear that through the grapevine that they will have another project coming up. Is it fully confirmed? No, but I've been seeing some rumblings on Twitter, and I believe that there actually might be a season 2 for Fourever You, and there might be another project specifically just for Max and Bas, which I think is great. I loved mixed pairings. I like mixing actors up. They shouldn't have to always be paired together, but I really enjoy these two's performances together. It's my first introduction to them. So yeah, I want to see them in more stuff together because that chemistry is too good to waste. You understand? So yes, those were all my asides, but love the scene afterwards and them in the bed. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of like drunken intimacy scenes, but because I love these characters, I kind of let that go, and they're just so cute and flirty together. And just, every time Johan's like, well, you know exactly what you have to do when you want something from me, right? And then they just start kissing. Oh, chef kiss. Give us more of that if there's going to be a season 2 of Fourever You. Another favorite scene of mine, them on the beach together and them getting to revel in their love for one another. Absolutely love the meeting of North and Johan's mom, and the fact that Johan was even jealous of the fact that his mom was like admiring North. It's like, oh my god, he's so adorable, he's so cute. And Johan was having like nothing of it. He's like, yeah, stop looking at him. Yeah, don't touch him. Yeah, just leave him alone. See, this is why I didn't want you guys to meet in the first place. All of that was taking me out. Absolutely adored it. You know, just all their interactions, the comedic parts, the romantic parts, the flirting parts, I just loved all of it. I was hook, line, and sinker for all of it. There's been a little bit of development of the other two couples in particular as well, and I'm actually really, really curious about the season 2 part of it, because they did end up unfortunately getting kind of the shaft with everything. So I'm really hoping that the show does get the second season and that they rightfully get their parts. I don't remember the characters' names, but there is a friend of North's as well, and he has been kind of trading somber looks with one of Johan and Hill's friends. Like, they've both kind of been looking at each other and they both look so brokenhearted and sad, and there was a lot of teasing of their backstory, but we just only got like little nibbles of it, and that I found kind of fascinating. So if it was to return, I would absolutely watch a second season of it, only in hopes that there would be more North and Joe and the potential development of that relationship, because that one in particular was interesting to me. Like, it just seems like it's going to be angsty, and so far the show has been pretty light. I'll be honest, even if there was a lot of dramatic moments between Tur and Hill, I wasn't really paying attention. I wasn't paying attention this episode, so I couldn't even tell you really what their storyline was. I guess their grandfathers didn't like that they were together. They knew each other from like high school. I guess at some point Hill was shy towards Tur and something happened. I don't know. I'll be honest, my eyes kind of just glaze over on their scenes. No disrespect though to Earth, no disrespect to Pond. I love those two actors separately and in other projects. It was just this project, for whatever reason, at least for this season, it just wasn't gelling for me. But who knows? If it was to get season 2, maybe the Tur and Hill storyline could improve, and maybe the director would have a little bit more time to flesh things out a little bit more, give us a little bit more than what was given to us, even though they got like freaking 12 to 13 episodes out of 17 just focused on them. Anyways, that's me going off into another tangent. So all in all, I really enjoyed a lot of the final episode. I think it's a pretty good conclusion. It's sad that the other couples didn't get to shine, but hopefully with the news rumblings that I've seen on Twitter, this is actually going to happen at their second season. But if there isn't, I am happy with what we got. The only thing that really sticks out to me, and others have mentioned this as well, there was a scene where Johan and North were in a bathtub and it looked very steamy, and I actually used a screenshot of that picture for one of my earlier videos, and I thought I was going to get that scene today in episode 17, and it turns out no, that was a scene that was kind of filmed for like a pilot, and it was a very short scene, and that was only the footage they would get from it. So that was disappointing. I was really looking forward to that scene, but who knows, maybe in the second season, if this does actually happen, it sounds like it's going to, we will get more of that. But even still, all in all, I really liked the story of Johan and North. I think the chemistry was really great. I think Max and Bas did a great job. And I think Bas especially is very charming and very endearing as North. I just like the characterization so much. I thought he was a great character. I love his interactions with his mom. I love his interactions with his friends. I actually even liked a lot of the scenes with just North and Tur without like all the childish juvenile type of behavior around Hill. He and his friendship for the most part with North was entertaining to me, give or take some moments. But I just found that whatever scene North was in would kind of elevate everything else. And absolutely, I adore Max as Johan. I think he is sexy as hell in the role. I think he brought a lot of mischievous flirtatiousness with this character. I think he just has an aura to him that is very charismatic on screen. I just enjoyed his interpretation of Johan, and even if the character could be deemed as problematic, I just had a lot of fun with their interactions together, their chemistry, and just the entire dynamic of that relationship elevated a lot of the material of the show and made it a lot more enjoyable for me. But that's just all my conjecture and my opinion. How about you watching this? What did you think? Did you enjoy the finale of Fourever You? What did you think of the show as a whole? Are you going to be watching season 2 if it is confirmed, and it looks like it is getting confirmation that we'll get season 2? Are you excited for the other couples that will bubble up to the surface? And let me know your thoughts. If you're watching a YouTube form of this podcast, and if you're listening via Spotify and Apple, let me know on those platforms as well. I love to read comments. I love to discuss these shows. I love it. It's just something that is very enjoyable for me. So yeah, till the next one.